Hey, hey, hey! Who's with me? Who is with me? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, hey, hey! Who's with me? Who is with me? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, hey, hey! Who's with me? Who is with me? Oh my goodness. All right, got enough of the looping audio happening. Done with that shit already. So over that already. I got a speaker down here below me. I got to move around so I can get my knees under the desk. I want to fire up this computer for anything over here. Probably. Let me open this up. Okay. Why does that piano or that painting look crooked back there? It's not crooked. I just got it up off the ground because it was like laying on the ground. I don't know if it looks ridiculous sitting on a piano bench or not. I laid some of the stuff back there to cover up all the mess. Instead of cleaning up, I decided to cover up. Oh, I got to push Trevor's chair back a little farther so that we can see my co-host. All right. All right. So, quick question for you before, well, we're started. I was going to say before we get started. We are started. It's happening right now. Question, is the audio better with this in than it was before? And if not, I'll just pop it out and we'll go back to doing everything like normal. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, the sound is good. I figured it'd be better than, I mean, the camera, my phone's not very far away from me. It's like I'm touching the screen right there. Audio sounds good. Audio sounds good. I'm watching the comments down here like I did on last night's video, so I should be able to keep up with everything. And then I'm going to open up YouTube on my computer over here. I mean, you guys know what I'm doing. You might as well do it. I don't have a lot of space, so we'll fix all that eventually. But I'm not going to make you look at this thing. I'm just, I just want to open up Tesla. It says live in 2 hours. Live in 2 hours? This doesn't go live till 9:15. I thought this went live at 8 o'clock. Holy shit! I don't have 2 hours of stuff worth of talked about. We could be in a lot of trouble. Maybe I should come back in an hour. I swear I just wanted to do like an hour. Huh. Well, shit. Gotta keep adjusting this damn thing. Yeah, Tesla says live in... am I crazy or was this supposed to be live? Am I crazy or was this thing supposed to be live at 8 Eastern Standard? That's what I thought. The audio is good. You have good internet connection. Thank you, Dave. Huh. Well, shit, I don't know if I can ramble for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It said 9:15 this morning. Okay, I must have read something somewhere that was all wrong. I guess that means we're going to... I don't know if I can do 2 hours on Tesla right now. All right, well, welcome to the live stream. You know, since we're talking about products and we're talking about Tesla and innovation, I just noticed something in the screen right over here. Look right over there. Let's sell those stocks tonight before everything crashes. No, I'm not buying and selling Tesla stock anymore. If you guys want to follow along, you should definitely have the comments visible so that when I read them, you know who posted it. I don't have to read the usernames and that kind of stuff. Last Human Garage finally got to hang out with me live. One of my favorite people that follow me. He's such a cool guy. And always makes me happy when I see him. Yeah, it says live in 2 hours. Well, I'll be damned. Well, we'll figure it out. How do I get this on full screen over here? Maybe until it goes live, I can't get it on full screen. Okay. Oh, so yeah, you guys see that little thing right there? I'm going to get that out for you. That just so happens to be the very first prototype that I ever put together in my inventing career. And I think I want to show it to you. What do you guys think about that? Socrates says yes. Yeah, I'm a little. No, I'm not. I'm not going to reschedule this. We're just going to. You know what we can do? We can. I'm just going to hang out. I am going to show you that just because I already told you I would. But I think maybe what we'll do is we'll talk a bit. I'll share some thoughts. I'll read some questions. I definitely want this live stream to be very focused on Tesla and on AI Day. I'm going to do plenty. I do plenty of videos about me and the channel and my life and the vlog life. And I really want to kind of steer clear of like getting into YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And this is like a real, I'm actually super excited about this, and even a tad bit, I don't know if I was used nervous, but I have been so passionately following Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, you know, all of the companies that he's involved with for several years, very quietly by myself, in front of my laptop, reading, I'm just, I can't not, he's just the most interesting person in the world to me right now. I am a product person. I live off of royalties from patents. I feel some type of, I just feel like I get Elon, and I understand him, and I predict things that usually, it's like somehow I can track with him a little bit, where, you know, like I'll say, oh, he's not going to do that, or oh, he'll do this, and then like it happens, and no one else around me gets it or whatever, and I'm like, well, why? That seems pretty easy to understand. That seems to make sense to me. Why does it make sense to other people? So, yeah, I feel some kind of, not a connection with Elon. I just feel like I understand his mind a little bit, and where he's going and what he's trying to do. And I am just fascinated by the guy, and fascinated about how one person can have such an impact and do things that countries and other rich people that have all the money in the world. I mean, Jeff Bezos has all the money in the world, and you know, his rockets aren't taking us really anywhere except on a joyride. You know, to almost to orbit. I don't know. Okay, let me just show you guys something. I'm going to pull this out and go without. I'll plug this back in when I sit down. Let me know if the audio is okay. I want to show you guys a prototype. And then I'll explain it since we have a little time to kill. I did not mean to do this. And this is going to be hard to demonstrate, but I'm going to. Trevor, you're going to have to get up. Now this is actually upside down, but I'll get to that in just a second. How is my audio? Wow, I don't think I've really ever shown this like this before. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've ever shown this to you guys. All right. This is so funny. I can't believe I'm showing you guys this. You like the audio better without the headphones? Okay. Does anybody else feel that way? Because they're a little cumbersome to me. I was doing that to improve the quality. Definitely not necessary for me. I agree. Okay, good. Well, that's easy. That's an easy call right there. All right. So I realize why these live streams are a little awkward, because it's not very well thought out. I just ramble. The videos can just take a long time to make any sense. It's not like I'm turning it on and I have like a really focused idea of what I'm going to say, and I can just go, all right, everybody, I want to show you this. And then I tell the story, and I tell a bunch of stories, and I show you this little product demo. And then I go, thank you, and the video's over, and it's a little, you know, more easily digestible. These live streams are definitely, like, you just have to be chilling out. You have to just be ready to just hang. I guess like in real life, if you just came over to my house and asked what that was, and it is hard for me to switch back and forth from, like, I wouldn't say a produced video, but like there is something that happens when I make my vlogs. I kind of almost rehearse them in my head, so that from the time I hit record to the time I end, I feel like I'm like on stage telling a story to an audience. And I don't want to waste anybody's time. I kind of have a few little things, you know, that I know are going to work, and I have some idea of how to end it, and some idea how to begin it, and some idea of what I'm going to say in the middle. And it is almost like a performance. It's very much like a performance. These live streams throw me off a little bit because I feel like they're not as focused. You can't fast forward, you know, you can't listen to it at a faster speed. And you know, and obviously I'm not talking about Tesla right now, and it was supposed to be a Tesla AI Day prediction podcast. And I feel a little awkward because I'm talking to the Renetto, you know, the Vlog Live fan base, and I'm sure that a lot of you could really, you don't give a shit about Tesla or any of this. Yeah, I know. It's too bad I don't have some good equipment. It really sucks. If but I record on my phone, and I got to plug it into my phone, and I even do have the adapters and everything, believe it or not. I don't even want to get into it. I swear we'll get there. All right, so even though I feel a little weird, a little awkward, I feel like this is probably really boring and horrible. And I am killing a little time because I didn't realize this thing wasn't going to start till 9:15. I thought it was going to start at 8 o'clock. So let's go. All right. So apologies to anybody that's showing up just for Tesla. I'm going to talk about product, my own product. So I'm going to just recap just a tiny little bit for anybody that doesn't know. I know you're just teasing. For anybody that doesn't know, when I was about 26 years old, I had just gotten married. I had one child, my son Chase, my oldest son. I was in a band called the Walter Eugenes. It was a gospel rock and roll band, kind of alternative Christian music. And, that's all I wanted to do was make music. I had gone to and then dropped out of Bible college majoring in music because it was very specific. The college I went to, Jackson College of Music, is not even Jackson College of Ministries. I majored in music. It doesn't even exist anymore. It was a very small, 300-400 people, maybe 300 people. It's just a small little school, and it was very specific to our denomination, which was the United Pentecostal Church. All this stuff. I kind of lost my religion, and but still was doing this gospel music. I was out traveling, playing, recorded an album, and in the meantime, I had to find out a way. I had to find some way to make a living, and I took a temporary job at Waste Management of Columbus, and I was asked to clean out this back room and all this stuff and get rid of it. And I'm picking up these big metal, well, it didn't look like this, but these devices. And they were automatic locks for front load dumpsters, the kind that are behind shopping malls and everything. And the truck comes in, the forks go in the side sleeves, they dump, sets it back down, drives away, goes to the next one. And these were automatic locking devices for the dumpsters that I was throwing away. And I asked them, why are we throwing them away? And they said, well, they freeze up in the wintertime. Trash gets caught on them. And they basically had all these problems. And I was like, well, okay, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? I was thinking in my mind, and I happen to have a buddy named Dave Reeb. If you guys look through my channel, he is like some kind of genius, and we've been best friends our whole lives since like 6th grade, and we're still great friends. And we're not as chatty anymore because we don't work together and we live a long way apart. But we are very, very close. And I saw these locks, and I had this idea, and I called Dave up, and who happened to live in Florida at the time. All right, I was in Columbus, Ohio. We've switched positions. He's in Pennsylvania now, and I'm in Florida. But anyway, I said, Dave, I saw this product, and I have an idea of how we could make one way, way better. And I think you should help me build this prototype, and I think I can sell it to the company that's already making this lock that they're telling me to throw away. And I kind of convinced them to come to Columbus, Ohio, take a look at the product, and brainstorm with me a little bit and see if we couldn't come up with something better. So Dave comes to Columbus, and I explain the whole idea to him, and we come up with these ideas, blah, 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 and we end up building this prototype. And I'm going to show it to you and show you how it works. And it's not even what we ended up licensing to the company. This is probably the most interesting part of the story. I saw a problem that needed solved. I came up with what I thought was Dave and I came up with what we thought was the best solution at the time. What we showed them blew their minds, but it's not actually what we ended up licensing to them. We actually improved on it quite a bit more, and the locks that are on the dumpsters now all over America is not this. But once we built this, we saw, okay, we can do it better, cheaper. Maybe it should be on the side instead of the front, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's quite a process to have an idea, and you don't have to have it perfect. You just have to get started somewhere, and this is what helped us get it started. So if this is supposed to be the front of a dumpster, and this is supposed to hang flat on the front of the dumpster, and the lids would be right here, and they'd open up, and this is supposed to be a big metal dumpster. That's, the sleeves would be here. I'd be standing inside the dumpster right now, and the dumpster would go all the way to the floor, of course. And so when this bar is hanging down, the lids would open up, but when it comes up, it locks. And if you see right here on the side, you'd put a padlock through these two holes right here, and then of course this wouldn't be able to go back down. You take the padlock out, and voila, it unfolds. Okay, so the lock that they had was obviously a solid welded bar. It kind of come out to here, and it just wasn't sturdy, and it didn't have a drain hole, and all kinds of goofy stuff about it. And the truth is it didn't work. So there was something when we built the prototype, the family that had started the automatic locking business, they weren't engineers. They had they had bought an idea off of somebody else. It's a long story, but when they asked to see the prototype, and we flew or drove to Washington, D.C., they happened to live in Maryland. We met in Washington, D.C., and we walked into a hotel lobby, and we pulled this thing out, and we have this board, and they don't really understand what's getting ready to happen. And then when we showed them, now at the time, so this is what's clever about it, though. If I were to lock this like, I'm not really ready to do this right now, but if I had a pin or something to put through this hole, and I could lock this is what's clever about it, is when this is locked, but the dumpster would get lifted up and go to dump the trash, there is a ball bearing inside of this box that rolls out of the way. And then even, like if I put a padlock in this, it would be locked right now with the padlock. But if I lift it up in the air, I don't think I can do this with my fingers, but if you lift it up in the air, once it gets to shit, it almost pinched my finger off. But essentially, if I put a padlock in there, there's a little ball bearing, and even with the padlock in it, when the dumpster gets lifted up in the air, the ball bearing rolls out of the way, and it clears the path for the whole thing to unlock. And there was like a spring in it, and then when they set it down, it flips it back. And the concept was that it locked and relocked, and it was better than what they had. We show it to them, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing, this is pretty clever, but here's some problems. And they gave us feedback, and so we just went back to work and ended up building a separate prototype, like a version 2 of this. And in that version 2, they freaked out, they lost their minds. We licensed it to them, and we made money on it for a very, very long time. that's the short story of this little automatic locking prototype. And that was a terrible demonstration. However, it does apply, that story applies very much to Tesla and what's getting ready to happen on AI Day, or today, here in a couple hours. When Tesla first brought out the original Roadster, it was basically a Lotus how did you work on it without a trash truck and a dumpster? That's a good question. I'll back up and answer that for you. No, I don't have Super Chat turned on. This is not about money. I don't care about any of that right now. Forget about that for now, okay? Forget about programs and money and tips, and we'll deal with that later. I'm just doing a live stream, and that's it for now. Okay, so anyway, I just moved that in the wrong direction. I'm trying to get it in view, just because it's, to me, it's funny. Fuck! All right, so when Tesla first put out the Roadster, their first car, it was a Lotus with a battery, essentially. And just like this lock, it was like something kind of like what they already had. It was a little more clever, a little more innovative, but we were just getting started. And I think today, in the AI Day, I think we're going to see a humanoid robot in a very primitive form. And I think it's just the beginning. And I think that making robots move and animatronics and stuff like that, I mean, Walt Disney's been doing that forever. You can look all over the internet and see robots that, you know, move their faces and their eyes and their hands. But there's something missing with all of them, and that is a brain. And I think it is very likely, it's very likely that Tesla is not having a super difficult time putting together a mechanical robot. I mean, Boston Dynamics has robots that do things. There are there's all kinds of robots doing all kinds of things, mechanical movements and fingers and joints and hands and arms and legs. And I know walking is difficult and all that kind of stuff, but what I'm saying is I think mechanics of a robot aren't that, in today's, you know, with today's technology, I don't think that's going to be very mind-blowing. I think what would be mind-blowing is for a Tesla bot to have a brain. For a robot, humanoid robot to have a brain. Tesla is obviously working on full self-driving and artificial intelligence. And so I think what we're going to see tonight is probably a little bit of a clunkier, slower moving, perhaps mechanical robot that might look like the Terminator, you know, after all the skin melted off at the end of the Terminator. And with a bunch of solenoids and actuators and joints and steel. But if Tesla is able to put the artificial intelligence in the brain of the robot and have the thing respond to speech. I mean, we already have, you know, like GPT-3, if you guys are familiar with that. You can already go online and ask, you know, there was ask questions to artificial intelligence, and they can pretty, you know, you can barely, you know, you guys, I'm sure, I don't know if I'm sure, but I'm sure there's some of you that know that there was recently a Google engineer who believed that Google's AI had become sentient, and that he could have a conversation with the artificial intelligence that was almost indistinguishable from having a conversation with a very intelligent human. So, no, Neuralink is totally different. Neuralink is Pip is like a brain implant that is for helping. At first, is going to be for helping like people with like a broken neck and they're paralyzed, and it could connect these nerves to those nerves, through sensors and things like that. So that's not what I'm talking about. Artificial intelligence in full self-driving is where you can get into a Tesla car and just tell it where to take you, and it drives there. And it uses vision only. It does not have radar or LiDAR. It literally just operates in the real world through vision. T3PO. That's clever. I like that. So yeah, it is going to be a T3PO. That's they call it, the Tesla bot is going to be called Optimus. But I think it's going to blow if they're able to do that. I think it'll blow people's minds. Now, I feel like I'm not explaining this very well. I feel like I'm probably not talking to like a Tesla audience. I feel like that this is hard to understand. I feel like people do not understand the implications of what would happen if there is a bipedal humanoid form robot that you could say, hey, will you get in my full self-driving Tesla car, sit in the seat, let the car take you to the grocery store, walk into the grocery store, pick up some groceries, go through the checkout, and it's a robot. So it's like they would just go deep, they would just scan its face, and have like a barcode on the face because it'll be a screen. It'll just be a screen for a face. It's not going to have eyes and nose and all that. It's just going to be a flat screen. That's what I think. That's what they've implied. That's what they've said. And it'll just be like a phone, or it'll be like in their finger. Their finger will touch the cash register of the robot, and it'll just scan their hand or something with a little light on the tip of their finger or something, and it'll buy groceries, and it'll go back out to the car, and it'll come home, and then it'll pick them up and bring them in. But you can't program that like a Roomba, okay? A Roomba is like a vacuum cleaner, and you can put it down on the floor, and it'll just kind of go back and forth, and it'll stop if a dog or a child or something is there. It'll just kind of stop, and as long as nothing's too close to it or nothing's moving. But it's a whole nother thing to be able to just tell it to use like its own mind. Do you guys understand right now in many places you can get in your Tesla and without any interventions at all, say take me from here to there, and it will just drive you there. It will stop at red lights. It goes through traffic circles. It turns through unprotected left turns many times without any interventions at all. Like, it's getting better and better. Do you understand that they're creating? Do you understand what neural nets are? Do you do you guys understand what's happening here at all? What would happen if someone bumps a cart with it? It would just stop. It would just bump against it, and it would just probably hold still until they moved. And it's like, oh my God. What are neural nets? What's neural nets? Okay, this is so hard. I'm definitely talking to my audience. You follow Elon a lot for Mars, Neuralink, and cryptocurrency. Elon has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. He likes Dogecoin, but that's it. He's not in it. I don't always agree with him, but he's totally fascinating. Yes. So perhaps, okay, although some say it's a slippery slope, the first one to have it refined will change the world. Yes. Hopefully for the good. Yes. Problem is, I see the possibility of countries will misuse it. Countries misuse guns. Countries misuse everything. Everything we have that is good, people misuse it. If we have a microphone, that's good. If people hide a microphone in your house and record you, that's bad. If I have a camera, it's good. If I'm sneaky with my camera and you don't know you're being filmed, that's bad. If I have a hammer and I drive in a nail, that's good. If I take that hammer and hit you in the head with it, it's bad. If I have a drone and we fly around and we can see our homes and we can go into buildings and do rescues and film ourselves, that's good. If we take a drone and put a gun on it and fly over neighborhoods and shoot people, I mean, do you realize you could take a drone and fly, over Washington, D.C. and, shoot people, and how would anybody even know where the drone came from? How would anybody know who's controlling it? Why would anybody need to control it at all? When you can just tell it to go find the person that looks just like this and take them out. And this is exactly what I'm trying to say. This is, yeah, I know you're not anti-Musk and you are playing devil's advocate, but you were right. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think people understand what is happening. And it's happening so fast. Are you guys familiar with exponential growth? That means Moore's law. The way that technology progresses is not like something in the physical world, to where like if you can the processors. Oh my God, it's so much. Okay, how to explain all this and make this make sense? It's not linear. No, it is exponential. It's a big difference. Exponential is 2 becomes 4 becomes 8 becomes 16 becomes 32 becomes 64. And then, so what happens when you have a billion that turns into 2 billion, turns into 4 billion, turns into 8 billion, turns into 16 billion, processes per second? It's doubling every about 18 months. Our ability to I found the movie iRobot fascinating. I'll tell you what, I am going to slow down and I'm going to take a breather because I realize how about this? Let me back up. Instead of me talking and like just rambling on and it not making any sense to you guys at all, or maybe to only one person that's listening to me, does anybody out there have a question for me that I might be able to answer about Tesla AI Day or artificial intelligence or full self-driving or anything to do with what is getting ready to happen in the future? I know, Raw Slade. I'm not trying to be a dick. Okay, let me, you guys, if you watch the AI Day today, you're going to be so completely lost. It's going to be super technical. A neural network is a series of algorithms that endeavors to recognize underlying relationships in a set of data through a process that mimics the way the human brain operates. So, in a sense, neural networks refer to a system of neurons, either organic or artificial in nature. So, it's creating a computer that acts the way the brain does. The brain is a learning machine. So we're built with 3 or 4 pounds of mush, and a child comes out and just starts learning because there is an algorithm somewhere inside of our brain that works a certain way that learns. That's the simplest way I can explain it. So for many, many years, people are trying to go, why do we have to program a computer, but you don't have to program a human? What would happen if we could build, what would happen if we could build a computer that mimicked the way the human brain worked? So instead of teaching the car how to drive by giving it a map to follow, what happens if a person walks out? What happens if there's construction and there's barrels? Well, the car would just run straight over them. It wouldn't go around them. It wouldn't know what to do. There's so many edge cases. There are hundreds of thousands of millions of edge cases, and you can't just program a car to drive from California to Los Angeles. It could rain. What happens if it's if it's raining? Does it just keep going the same speed even though it's going to slip and slide? So what they're doing is they're trying to build computers that learn how to learn, and then they just tell the computer to do it, and it learns. Okay, so let me just back up for just a second. It's with these computers that have these neural net learning systems, they can take these computers and they can tell the computer, this is how all of the pieces on a chessboard move. The pawns move forward. They can only take something by moving diagonally. The knight goes up 3/1. Here's all the rules, essentially. Here's all the rules. They just give the rules to the computer, and then the computer starts playing itself. And the computer can play like 100 million games against itself in a matter of seconds or hours or days, however long it takes, to do hundreds of millions of games. And with each game, it learns how to get better and better and better and better. No one ever programs the computer how to play like an advanced move. Like if you're 45 moves into a game and someone moves it here, move here. No, what they do is they teach the computer how to learn how to play chess. And because the computer has like practically infinite memory compared to us, because the computer can simulate 14 billion moves in a second. I'm making up numbers, obviously. I don't know exactly how many, but a lot. Way more than a human. That's why many years ago, computers could beat humans. Then they did this with AlphaGo, and they're doing it with other games. And all right, bye, Scott. You had a roll. Personally, I think Elon's team is probably 2-3 years minimum ahead of what they will be displaying and explaining. You're probably right. What's a computer? That's true. Apple commercial circa 2019. Well, 2019 wasn't that long ago, but So if you can build a computer that thinks like a human and that can learn like a human, you don't literally have to tell it how to do something. You just tell it what the rules are of doing something. Like, okay, let's say if you want to learn how to drive a car, you tell a computer, don't hit anything, don't run a red light. You can only turn right on red if there's a sign that says right on red. Now the computer has to be able to read a sign that says right on red. Or you can't turn right on red. Do you understand the implications of what I'm trying to tell you? This is Yes, computers absolutely will start replicating themselves and start and making decisions that may not be in the best interest of humans unless you teach the computer that the rules are only do things that are in the best interest of a human. And as soon as we do that, that's great, until someone else says, no, we want the computer to take out all humans that aren't Muslim, all humans that aren't Christian, all humans that are gay, all humans that are straight. Anything you can think of that's insane. Yes, you would be able to do that. And it's terrifying. Elon Musk says that artificial intelligence is happening. Why not be the company that makes it happen to make sure that it's safe? Do we want China to be the first country to like really solve artificial intelligence? Do we want Russia to be the first country that solves artificial intelligence? Do we want the United States to be, or the US government? How about a private citizen like Elon Musk? This is very, very serious stuff. There are a lot of implications to, this is the most interesting and important conversation that is happening in the world. Let me say this. Elon is hand in glove with the US government. Yes, he is. He is also hand in glove with me and with people and with humanity. You cannot operate in the United States without being hand in glove with the US government. I have to have a driver's license to drive in America. That means I'm hand in glove with the US government. If you're taking astronauts into space instead of NASA, because NASA can't figure out how to do it. Have you guys seen the space shuttle lately? Doesn't exist. What rockets? Who's taking people to the moon? Elon Musk. Or, well, to the International Space Station. The Russians used to, not the US, not NASA. Intelligence cannot be owned by the government. Intelligence and vision and drive does not come from government committees. Innovation does not come from the government. It comes from individuals like you and me. And then the governments try to manage it and control it. It's true, but that's how everything works. Unless you have your own country, and even when you're the president of the United States, it's still a democracy, and the president can say, close the borders. And then another group of people say, open the borders. We have a discussion about it. And if we don't like what our leaders tell us, we vote them out. Vote other people in. Hey, Renetto, it's been a long time. How have you been these days? I'm good. I'm in the middle of a discussion, but I'm good. And yes, everybody I think here is doing well. I'm definitely realizing that I am, this is probably not very effective. I thought this would be a whole, it really is like going to a family reunion, and it's everyone's catching up and standing up on stage and talking and saying, oh, me and my wife just had a new baby, and everyone's like, oh, we love your baby. And then someone else gets up, my son just graduated from OSU, oh, and then I get up, I'm like, all right, everybody, we're going to talk about neural nets. We're going to talk about full self-driving. We're going to talk about the importance of Tesla. We're going to say that the whole world is getting ready to change. We're talking about what's going to possibly happen tonight. Did you see what happened yesterday? Everybody's going, what's he talking about? Hey, Paul's cool. Okay, who's next? And it's like, I'm next. And I get up and I'm like, all right, everybody, guess what? I want you to all taste the best chili I've ever made. Yay! They're happy about chili. I am going crazy about what Elon is doing and about and not just Elon, anybody who's doing this. Like, okay, let me back up for a second. Let me bring this home. Okay, let me bring this home. Yes, of course I watch Eric Weinstein. Oh my God, thank you. That's all I do. and I'm yelling like I'm angry, it's mostly because I'm frustrated and excited at the same time. So everybody just take a time out. There's like 20 people watching. Obviously, it's just us. It's me. It's just us. I keep thinking I'm talking to like my Tesla homies, and I don't even have any Tesla homies. That's what the whole point of this video is. Now it's 19. Apparently, it's so uninteresting. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me go backwards here. Do you guys remember back in 2006? I'm bringing this home. You want to talk about the cars? All right, just time out. Everybody just time out for a second. Let me bring this home. And let me get personal and see if I can relate to you guys in this way. First of all, I have no interest in trying to yes, some YouTube history here. Yes. I am not trying to talk anybody into anything or convince anybody of anything. I'm not trying to make you guys fans. I don't give a damn if you buy stock or not. I don't care if you care about any of this stuff or not. This is what I care about. And you follow my channel. But why did you guys start following me? What is it about me that brought you guys to this channel? And what is it about me that has brought you back for all of these for all of these years? What's brought you guys back here time and time again to my channel for year after year after year after year, all these years? Why? How did you find me? What was I doing? And what was my channel really all about on YouTube? My independent spirit. It was the video of you with the tin foil on your head and the lights and the funny videos that you made, okay? It's because you find me interesting and you have many faces to your personality. You're interesting and I feel connected to you. Exactly, dude, we have a lot in common because you're innovative, educational, and entertaining. It's the slow motion train wreck. All right. Because your videos make me smile. See, you guys are all too sweet and funny. But my back and forth with Greg Solomon. Fair enough. But none of those things are the reason that I came to YouTube. Psycho Hurricane, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that is not at all what brought me to YouTube. I landed on YouTube as an accident, as most of you all know. And I made a silly video response to the most boring video ever. My channel isn't one channel. It's been many different types of channels over the years. The thread that runs through all of it is the genuine intent you have in all of it. Intent for what, though? I want someone to answer this question for me, please. Many reasons: your personality, your topics, your zaniness, you're innovative, no, you're real. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I'm just going to give you the answer because you guys are, you're describing how I am, but do you understand why and what I was doing here? I can't just scream into the future about how wild the future is going to be. The intent is being open, honest, and whatever you happen to go through at the time in a moment. No, 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 no. I did not come on here to video blog. I didn't even know what video blogging was. I didn't come on here to be honest. I didn't come on here to be popular. That is not why I came on YouTube, and it's never been why I'm on YouTube. It's not to be wacky and create characters. I'd never created characters before I came on YouTube. I did the Renetto character, and then I quit doing it. Why did I quit doing it? The teacher. I like this. We were about to get cussed out by Renetto. Fuck yeah, you are. We didn't know where YouTube was going to go. That's exactly why I came on YouTube. You didn't know where YouTube was going to go, but I did. I was the unofficial YouTube evangelist. I landed on here accidentally, like many of you probably did too. Goofing around, acting silly, nothing wrong with that. Hello there, YouTubes. This is Renetto. And that the video that you had just seen was called the most boringest video ever. But he said that we will not be able to watch this video, but I could not stop watching it. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, it was one world, one tube, one day. I challenge you guys to go back and watch that video. One world, one tube, one day. That's why I was on YouTube. How to become self-employed. Watch that video again. Who are you? Who? Watch that video again. I came on here like everybody else to have a bit of fun. Everybody else kept having fun and doing their characters and painting their nails and doing whatever. I saw the future off like a rocket, and now you can't stop it. Chad and Steve made us all believe you can post a video, you can be the star, millions might watch it no matter who you are. Now the world is seeing is believing, believe it or not, but you can bet we're never leaving. It's power to the people because I got the power. But 15 minutes just turn into an hour. It's revolution everywhere. I can smell the fear. Media moguls, look out, because we're here. Changing the world in a whole new way. Everybody, not just Renetto, not just funny fucking people, not beautiful people, not weird people. Everybody stand up and say. That's why I'm on YouTube. Because YouTube changed the fucking world. And I knew it was going to change the world from the second I accidentally posted my first video response. When I was watching YouTube, it was just like, for me, it was like America's Funniest Home Videos on steroids. Instead of them funneling us America's Funniest Home Videos from a remote control on my fucking couch. But what do we want to change it to? Is power to the people. Because, yes, what is it? Got us up to... hold on, wait a minute. What was the second verse? Hold on. I can't even remember. Maybe you guys can remember. We can't look away and leave it like it is. Hold on. What? Anyway, listen, I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm going to end this ridiculous attempt of a live stream that's obviously going to have nothing to do with Tesla. And I'm going to go watch this thing, and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to figure out how in the world to connect. And this feels like an absolute disaster for me. I'm not mad at you guys. I love you guys. It's like it would be like me wanting to talk about YouTube. I mean, you guys can relate to the YouTube story. You can't relate to Tesla. I mean, like most of you. I'm sure there's a couple of you can, but when I came on here, it wasn't the character, it wasn't entertaining, it wasn't any of that. It was that one world, one tube, one day. Like, there's this platform, and we can upload videos for free, and we can all just talk. We all have our own broadcast yourself. We can broadcast ourselves. In that video, I say, out of sight, out of mind. I mean, when bombs drop around the world, they drop now on my friends, because my friends can post a video and we can know each other no matter where we are without, I mean, it used to cost, $1.10 a minute to talk to someone in California from Columbus, Ohio. You guys remember when we had to pay for long distance? I'm not underestimating your interest. And I'm not saying that you aren't interested. What I'm saying is, I guess I could just talk to you any day of the week and like have like a conversation and a story and a few points to somehow like say, hey, this is important, you guys should know about it. But tonight I already know what's important, and I'm looking to talk about with other people that know, and then like later I'll come back and tell you guys about it. But what's getting ready to happen in like an hour is, it's like a football game. It's like I wanted to pregame and go, what do you guys think's going to happen? And no, that's not what's going to happen. And why? Are they going to show the Cybertruck? And if they show the Cybertruck, and is the robot going to move around? Is it going to do this? Is it going to do that? I mean, if you guys just go out and look and go watch a live stream, a real live stream, and just sit back and listen. Not me. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but go watch some live stream when we get off this thing, or watch the Tesla event yourself. You might be bored out of your goddamn minds. But that's all I can think about. Just like when I came on YouTube. I came on here and I'm like, what in the actual fuck? You mean? You guys remember who are you? Who? And I'm standing under that little grape arbor that I built. And I'm like, if you're a comedian, you can come on here. Do you guys know where Justin Bieber got discovered from? YouTube! Do you know where everybody goes to launch singles and get noticed and get seen? It's YouTube. I mean, now there's tons of other platforms, but back then it was just YouTube. Remember when like Oprah came on YouTube for the very first time? I mean, you guys remember how I saw something that was changing the world in a whole new way. I saw something that was empowering individuals. I saw something that was giving everybody the same reach. As a famous person would have. I mean, YouTube has thousands of individual content creators with their own little fan bases, and some huge fan bases, and they're just normal people doing the weirdest, craziest, wildest, most beautiful things in the world. I watch this guy who randomly knocks on people's doors and cuts their grass and landscapes for free and just makes their homes beautiful, and he gets like 5 million views a video. The craziest shit ever. I saw all of that. I thought it was obvious from the very beginning. I remember the day that Google dropped $6 billion on this. Actually, no, it was $1.6 billion. But I know what you mean. I'm not trying to be the schoolmaster. I'm not trying to be a dick, okay? It was 1.65 billion to be exact. Usher did discover him on YouTube. You missed Green Rush. The fuck, man? Green Rush is a fucking stupid bunch of my relatives running around acting like goofballs. There's plenty of people blowing shit up, chasing each other around, cutting things down, screaming and yelling and cussing at each other. That's just entertainment. That's boring as fuck to me, if you want me to be honest. And that doesn't mean that you're a shallow piece of shit because you liked me putting out content, talking with the funny voice there and everything. That doesn't make you a bad person. But I could give a shit less about any of that, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about trying to entertain you more than the fucking thousands of people on here that wake up every day and try to think of the next funny video for you to watch. I don't want to compete with that because I don't give a damn. I don't care about it. I came on YouTube because it was changing the world in a whole new way, and I wanted people to understand it. And I go tell all my friends, and they're like, oh, your videos aren't that funny. And I'm like, they're not meant to be funny. This is the future. Everybody should have a YouTube channel. Everybody should be speaking their mind. Everybody should have a little group of people out there to help them get sober or whatever the fuck. YouTube has done all of that for me. YouTube has been a way for me to document my life. I was talking to my daughter Daisy today. I said, Daisy, do you know I'm making these videos? I make these videos for my kids, so they'll have a record of their father. So whenever they're interested, they can know me. I make videos for my kids to watch, and the grandkids I don't have to watch in the future to know their grandfather. I have no grandkids, but I'm making videos for them. I'm 55 and I'm saying, hi, grandkids that I don't have yet. I'm your grandfather. When I was 55 years old, this is what I thought. This is what I felt. This is what mattered to me. I'm making a practically a permanent record for my children to know me. These videos aren't even for you guys. They're for me to talk to my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren in the future. For them to say, wow, Dad, Grandpa, Great-Grandpa, Great-Great-Great-Great-Grandpa struggled with something, and we got to see him talk about it. I don't have a goddamn photograph of my grandfather. I mean, I have a few photographs of him at 65, 70 years old. I don't know what he was like when he was 30. I don't know what he was like when he was 20. I don't know what he was like. Can you imagine? I had this guy make this amazing video response to me, and he was actually making it to my kids. I think it was like to Chase. He's like, Chase, you know, I know you and your dad are arguing about shit, but I never got to know my dad, and your dad's leaving a permanent record for you. That whenever you feel like getting to know him, all you got to do is go scroll through the YouTube channel. I'm making this video for someone in another country that doesn't know what it's like to live in America and to have the freedoms that we have. I'm making this video because I can and I will share my heart for whatever that means. And for some of you out there, I might as well just be a Netflix series rambling on and entertaining you guys for a few hours until you find someone else more entertaining. For some of you guys out there, and girls, women, men, it's like, oh, I want to start a business, and Renetto's built a bunch of things, and so tell us how you did that. Someone else out there just thinks I'm weird, and they want to see the fucking slow motion train wreck of my life. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be a slow motion train wreck. I'm not here to entertain you with Greg Solomon. I'm not here to make you laugh. I do all those things while I'm here, but that is not why I'm here. This is AI Renetto. Very funny. I was so blown away by the potential of YouTube, by the potential of what the hell
could our world look like if everybody in the world, do you guys remember like me giving away all those webcams? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I wanted to get people on here talking. Not so everybody could get rich and be famous. It was so people just had a voice. It was just so people could get comfortable with sharing. Yeah, fine. Share how much you love to crochet. Share about how to fix your cars. Fine. I'm not saying there's anything trivial about that. I'm saying it was me trying to get everybody to come on here and do that. But I'm not trying to fix my car. I'm not trying to teach anybody how to crochet. I'm telling you all to get out here and do that if that's what you're into. I'm the evangelist. I'm the one saying, this is important. This is the future. 16 years ago, I'm the one that's doing an interview in a restaurant, and this woman says, and I say, oh, we're making a video for YouTube. And she says, YouTube? You mean the band? No, YouTube. Nobody knew what it was. My family didn't know what it was. My kids didn't know what it was. My wife didn't understand why it was important to me. No one understood why I was obsessed. It wasn't about fame. It wasn't about subscribers. It was about getting people on the platform and making the world a better place. Period. That's it. That's why I lost my heart for YouTube, because it's like YouTube no longer needs an evangelist. Everybody already knows YouTube's great. Everybody already goes on YouTube. Everybody already learns anything you want to know. Every time I go to do something, I've I've YouTubed and searched a dozen times this week about, oh, I'm thinking about doing this. How do you do that? Oh, what are the best ways to do this? How do I hook up my gear? Go on YouTube 3 minutes later. How am I even doing these live streams and stuff like that? I go on YouTube and there's like a 3-minute video and somebody stopped what they were doing in life. Someone that's super passionate about tech and stuff. And they're like, how am I doing this live stream? Remember I told you I didn't know how to do it the other day? I just YouTubed it. I Googled it. And it says, oh, there's a little calendar after you say you're going to do it. And the picture comes up and then there's a little red dot in the calendar. And then when you click that, and I was like, 3 minutes later, I figured it out. I didn't just figure it out by like getting a book at the library. I YouTubed it, and then like a really nice person showed me, told me. And if that person didn't tell me, there's 2,500 people underneath there. Black, white, old, young, just sharing. That's what I knew this was going to be. I do watch videos about desalinization. I do watch videos about new building techniques. I do watch videos about goofy stuff too. Not all important things. I entertain myself on YouTube just like the rest of you. I feel like I'm just screaming at this point, and I don't know what to think about it. But the whole point I'm trying to make is when YouTube no longer needed an evangelist, all I was doing on here was entertaining you guys. And that doesn't wake me up in the morning. Once YouTube didn't need an evangelist, all I'm doing is trying to build a following and make some money and whatever. That doesn't get me up in the morning. That doesn't excite me. Once YouTube no longer needed an evangelist and everybody got it and everybody started getting famous and had their huge followings. And do you guys know there was no such thing as influencers before YouTube? Do you understand? No one even knew what the word vlog was. Everybody had blogs where we wrote stuff down. Can you imagine reading the transcript of this and thinking it's interesting? Hell no. You're watching me. You're in my house. There is no producers. There's no editors. It's me. This is real. You can check in on me. You can come to my fucking house and see where I live. Just nothing like that existed. You know, when I was a kid, there's 3 channels. When you guys were younger, there was 3 channels and PBS. That was it. 4 channels, NBC, CBS, ABC, and PBS, Public Broadcast Service. That's it. Now we have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of channels. And I'm happy everybody's just using it for their own fun and all that, but that is not why I came on here. It's not what excites me. I came on here because it was unbelievable that this existed, and I had to be a part of it, and I had to. So that's what all my videos were about. YouTube. I had a channel about YouTube. And YouTube saw me. YouTube knew I was right. I probably saw things that they didn't even see about their own platform. And after a few years, I just felt irrelevant. And this is the whole point of what this video is about tonight. I lay dormant at my house, not really wanting to share much about my life anymore because it got too personal, it got too weird. Until Elon Musk. I think artificial intelligence and what's going to happen with it is so mind-blowing, people have no idea. And it is going to happen so much faster than you can imagine. That's what I'm telling you. I'm an evangelist again. I have something to talk about that's important that people aren't paying attention to because they're wanting more videos about Greg Solomon. Which is fine. It's fun. I'm on here because I'm sitting at home by myself, just like when I found YouTube, and I'm going, what in the actual fuck is happening with full self-driving and artificial intelligence and going to Mars? Why the hell are we going to Mars? Oh, okay. Because we got to preserve consciousness, the greatest thing in the universe. Oh, okay. Well, who is this Elon Musk guy? Like, is he an asshole? It's like, well, what? There was a while I didn't understand what in the hell he was doing. He's just building electric cars. I don't give a damn about saving the planet. I mean, I do, but I'm saying it's like there's a lot of people, you know, recycling and trying to save the planet. It's the way this guy thinks, and it's just how big his vision is and how big his brain is and how he gets so many people to help him with these causes that are so much bigger than himself. I find it terribly inspiring. So I don't want to be an Elon evangelist. I'm not trying to be a Tesla evangelist. I'm not trying to be a AI evangelist. I'm not trying to be a solar sustainable energy evangelist. I'm not trying to, it's not one thing in particular. It's just this one particular guy is like focusing on these huge problems, and it's all coming so fast. And tonight at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, just like last year when they had AI Day, they're giving us a glimpse of a future most people are sound asleep about. And I'm like, I got to get on YouTube and start talking about this. Just like I had to switch out of a character and start talking about how important YouTube is and how important it's going to be. I'm sitting here at my house for the last couple years going, I got to get back on YouTube and talk about Tesla, talk about Elon Musk. He might end up owning Twitter because he's trying to save free speech and democracy. People all know he's just, no, you're wrong. Oh, he's just rich. He's just an asshole. He just had all this money, and anybody can start a business if you've got a rich family member, which he doesn't. That's all bullshit anyway, but you're wrong. Just like I screamed and yelled at the whole world that YouTube was going to be great, and you guys all laughed with me and said, go get him, Renetto. Maybe I'm screaming at you now saying, wake the fuck up. Like what is happening is going to happen to you if you aren't paying attention. And yeah, maybe I'm not sharing the journey with you. Maybe I'm already deep in it, and I want to bring you along. But I don't want to bring anybody along in particular. I just got to say it. And other people are saying it, so then maybe I don't need to say it. I mean, go watch Solving the Money Problem. Go watch Tesla Daily. Go watch Electrified with Dylan Loomis. I can point you, and then I can just go back to bed. You go start following them. They do it every goddamn day. I just saw this community of people talking about the future, and it reminded me of the beginning of YouTube. Only I'm not the evangelist anymore. I'm following the evangelist talking about the future. And I'm sitting over here and I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I have to start talking about this myself. So I'm like, well, do I have to start a brand new channel? Do I have to how do I join the Tesla community? Like I'm Renetto on YouTube. I'm the 2-bit Renetto, the YouTube evangelist. All right, listen, I've worked myself up into a frenzy. I really want to enjoy AI Day. I don't want to lecture anybody. I don't want to yell at you guys. I love all of you. I feel like this was a disaster for me and probably for you. You're sitting there confused, hoping we were going to have a big time. I don't know what you thought we were going to talk about. We haven't talked about any predictions because nobody cares. We haven't talked about anything interesting. You just listen to me yell and scream and rant and talk down to you guys like you're idiots. That's not cool. Just like I talk down to everybody in the world that didn't get YouTube. Just like I talk down to everyone. So why are you making YouTube videos? That'll never turn into anything. Oh, what do you think? You think people are going to... You think people are going to watch people make videos from their house without good lighting and without good microphones and without a producer and a director and a scriptwriter? Now, look, I know YouTube's trying to reproduce all of that shit, but it doesn't matter. That's not what makes you famous and popular on YouTube. Anyway, I've talked myself into like a hole in the ground here. So... that's it. That's all I got. That's it. That's it. I'll go back to trying to entertain you guys and sharing little... I do like sharing my life. That's what YouTube's for. Like I told you, I'm on here at this point. I'm talking to my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids. I'm talking to them in the future. Right now, I'm talking to them in the future. That's why I'm going to keep making YouTube videos. But this whole Tesla thing and this artificial intelligence thing and this full self-driving thing and this sustainable energy revolution where there will be no... You know, right now when the power grid goes out, there will be no power grid in a few years, guys. Everyone will have... The power grid will be... Every individual home will be part of the power grid. You will generate and store your own power at your own house, and you'll be connected to the grid, and it can't go out. Energy will essentially be free from the sun. We have a nuclear reactor in the sky, sending down more power every day than we use without digging any fossil fuels out of the ground, without pollution. Do you guys also understand that once enough batteries are made, these batteries are recyclable? That you won't even have to mine for new battery material once there's a couple, 100 million batteries that are for cars out there. Every time a car crashes or whatever, those take the battery pack out. Unlike gasoline, it burns up and goes up into the atmosphere and it's gone. You got to get more. When a battery drives you around and round and round for a million miles and gets degraded by the crystals that form when it's a whole thing. If you don't know about it, I can't explain it to you right now. They're literally 100% recyclable or 99%. You guys know what Redwood Materials is? The company that's... It's too much. It's too much. I'm losing my mind. Yes, Neuralink, we will... Just tune into AI Day. Let Elon tell you if you it's going to be super technical, but just tune into AI Day at 9:15 or whenever the hell it's coming on, and Just wet your lips with what the future is going to look like. And I'm not a financial advisor, but Tesla is going to be the biggest company in the world very soon. I mean, we haven't even talked about Starlink. Do you guys understand the implications of Starlink? Like, you know, we don't even have to build out a grid anymore. Do you know people are educating themselves online? We don't even have to build schools. We just give like computers to people and let them. Do you understand when we have a constellation of satellites, nobody can cut the wire? No government can control it? It's like cryptocurrency. It's the same goddamn thing. That's why there's crypto evangelists. We are going to have a one world monetary system that no one can manipulate. Just cryptocurrency in itself. That's what I was obsessed with before this. And now it all goes hand in hand. I guess I'm a futurist. I'm obsessed with the future. And when I see like something, a paradigm shift, like YouTube was a paradigm shift. When I see a paradigm shift coming, YouTube was the first paradigm shift I ever saw in my life. And I stopped everything I was doing. And it gave me a sense of purpose to help people see what was happening. And that's what's brought me back to YouTube, is I see something happen. We haven't even talked about cryptocurrency and the future of our monetary system. Do you know what it's going to be like when the Fed and when all these different governments and everyone around the world doesn't have different monetary systems with people stealing every which way, when every financial transaction on the planet is recorded on the blockchain and can't be manipulated and isn't even owned and can't be shut down because no one owns it? It's literally a peer-to-peer like ecosystem that there's no one to arrest to stop it. It doesn't even live on like one server in one city. It's everywhere. Yeah, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm an idiot. All right, I've worked myself up into a frenzy. I'm going to go, I got 45 minutes till this stuff starts. I'm actually going to go watch a live stream of people talking about Tesla, okay? And AI Day. I need to do that for me. I what I should have done is watched AI Day tonight. I should have followed live streams and listened and heard and learned and like pre-gamed with my buddies that I don't even know, the community I'm not even really a part of. I should just go indulge and then I'll make videos and tell you guys about it and try to bring you along. This was a disaster. I didn't see it coming. I am going to most likely delete this video. I feel like it's ridiculous. It's literally a video of just me yelling at 20 people that love me and that are with me no matter what, and I'm sitting here yelling like I'm talking to the whole world and like I'm making a difference, and I feel like a complete idiot. But this is how worked up I got for YouTube, and I'm getting worked up again. I'm getting worked up again, and I'm sharing it on YouTube, but it's not about YouTube, and it's not about me. I didn't get famous on YouTube. You guys did watch me, and you watch my family, and you watch my kids growing up. That's me using YouTube, and I will continue to use YouTube to share my life and talk to my children and my grandchildren in the future. Talk to the whole fucking world in the future. Anybody who finds my channel. But what's feeding me is coming from somewhere else than drama on YouTube or entertaining you guys. It's I'm being fed again. I see something again that has me so crazy. Once again, I don't know how to monetize. I don't care. It's just pure passion, excitement, and curiosity. It's just driving me. And I thought, I could somehow find a way to share it to you. Tonight's videos reminded me that I have no idea how to share that with you guys. Maybe I should just start another channel that's just like a Tesla only, or here's what the future's going to look like. I'm going to call it out and predict things, and just like I called out what was going to happen with YouTube. People go, "Oh, you're stupid. That's never going to happen. No one, electric cars are, that's not going to work. No one wants to sit and charge them up. And hey man, love my hot rod." And it's like, okay, whatever. You'll see. Oh, you can't do that. They'll shut you down. We'll see. All right. Well, here's what I promise you guys. The video I'm going to do tomorrow with Krista is not going to have any of this horse shit. No yelling, no screaming. It is exactly what you guys are going to want to hear. We're going to talk about entrepreneurialism. We're going to talk about self-expression. We're going to talk about process. We're going to talk about growing like your passion and trying to make a living at your passion. I'm going to expose you to some really interesting art. I'm going to let Krista tell you guys, what she's passionate about and how she became passionate about it. And it's going to inspire you to be passionate about whatever you're passionate about. And I might ask her to, share with you guys what it is that I've done to kind of light a fire under her ass, and what that meant, and how important it might be for you guys to go find someone in your life to light a fire under your ass. She's going to tell you about Fiverr and the amazing resources that are available on Fiverr for entrepreneurs. That's probably going to be something a whole lot more interesting for you than this horse shit. Yeah. And that's it. I'm done. All right, guys, listen. I'm sorry I'm not sorry. I don't know what I am. I've done my best. I can't stay on here any longer. I hope tomorrow's video will be better. I hope it'll be a little bit more down to earth and not so preachy. And I hope I can find a way to kind of vent all of this and talk about what I want to talk about in some more constructive manner. Okay? Let me look through and read some comments or whatever, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I'm afraid to read them. I'm afraid you're going to be yelling at me. I have a 13-year-old son and an 8-year-old son. Now I remember back in 2006. In my work table home, seeing the initial videos of you and your son just smiling. So bright and having fun with your videos, yeah. We did. We did. Because we could. For the first time in history, my kids can go back and watch their own childhood. My kids can go back and watch me struggle as a father. My kids can see me getting sober. Day 10. Day 10, day 10, day 10, 30-day challenge, day 10. I didn't think I could do this, but I'm doing it. Yeah, I do remember back when you gave away all those webcams back in the early days. I gave 100 webcams away. I actually wrote up a disclaimer for you to use. So you guys have been with me forever. Paul, considering your history as a product guy, would you say that's what your feed needs to, would you say that's what feeds your need to evangelize? I would say I would say products are the result of innovation. Innovation is the result of curiosity. Curiosity is the result of new ways to solve problems. I would say I'm probably, I don't know what fuel, I have no idea what fuel, I have no, I don't just like all products and all, I, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, Elon got me all worked up. Elon's a chess master, 10 moves ahead. Yes, he is. So we were all 10 moves ahead back in the day with YouTube. Yeah, if I'm not blunt and to the point, I'm wasting my time. I don't have to be a dick, though. Maybe it's time to remove the Vlog Life logo. I know, I know. Or I just keep vlogging my life on the Renetto channel and just start another one. And do that. Paul, I asked you about the future and you didn't answer. What? Let me go back. I don't want to let anybody down here. Pip. Of course, we know how influencers came from YouTube and now it's $1 billion industry. Yeah, let me go back another. I hope Web.3 and Web.4 includes the old world of videos. Okay, there's no question there, Pip. Keep going back. LOL, Pip. Where's the question I missed of yours about the future? I can't go back any further. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question. Will I do a podcast video? Yes, eventually. I was wanting to share this time with you and talk about Tesla, but it seems you don't want to. That's correct. Not anymore. I always think of Tron opening the grid. Yeah, that's awesome. Dude, we all wanted to learn about a day with you and be your Tesla community, and you just said we weren't doing it right, huh? No, I'm not in a Tesla community right now. I'm talking to my fan base that, and I'm trying to, no, I did not come on here today on this particular video tonight. I'm literally in 30 minutes is an event that I have waited for a year to watch. And I wanted to pregame and talk about it and get excited about it and have someone there, someone in the audience know more about it than me. And I wanted to learn. Remember I talked to you guys in the last video, how like if you're in a conversation, you're the one doing all the talking, you're not learning anything. I'm mad that I'm not learning anything. I'm mad that I did not come here to teach. I will do that, but not 30 minutes before the biggest event in no, I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It's my fault. Yes, we'll be able to upload our minds. There's so much. I guess I'm just going to have to talk to you guys about. Sober Paul is angsty Paul. Yeah, absolutely. See you on 8-Day Paul. Looking forward to it. That's the Tesla link. Elon really liked Grimes' song about the AI that reminds, yeah, Elon and Grimes, yeah. Blade Runner hype, are you ready to hunt replicants? Yes, now we're getting somewhere. Yes, the possibilities are so exciting. Like my mind is on fire. It's like I need to go learn something right now. I need to go learn something right now, not preach or teach. Don't listen to the people in the chat being hard on me. I'm being hard on you. You do you. You can and you will. Thank you. Yes, it's a ledger. It's called the blockchain, Krista. Yes. We're becoming one world, one nation, and declining currencies will collapse. Yes, they will. Passionate, yes. An idiot, no. Thank you. You're passionate, not an idiot. Thank you. I agree. Passionate and not an idiot by any stretch. Thank you, guys. You don't have to take up for me. I know. I'll figure it out. Go watch them and make the video. And then maybe if you guys want to watch it, okay. Dude, it didn't have to be a disaster. I know it didn't. Sorry. Enjoy AI Day, Paul. Don't worry. Thank you. I'll be okay. I'm just worked up. I'm not even mad. It's just misplaced expectations on my part. I'm not going to delete it. I might as well leave it up and just, this is a process. This is a learning process. I guess I'm embarrassed about it, and nobody in their right mind would watch this and there's no value to this. This is like a private conversation with 24 people that no one else needs to see. And hopefully you guys won't remember for long because it can't be a fond memory for anybody that sat through fucking 100 minutes of this bullshit. I think this was an important video because you expressed your purpose here. And that is true. That is true. AI Day recap live stream tomorrow. No, I'm going to make a video with Krista tomorrow. But that doesn't mean we can't talk about it next week or Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or something like that, okay? This is a side people want to see of you being passionate. I thought it was great. Thank you. No, you don't need a second channel. Okay, good, because I'm a minimalist. I don't want a fucking second channel. Please try to relax. I can't. Our comments are because we are enjoying the discussion. Me too. Thank you. Dude, we're on your side. We're into this. We get the hype. Okay, turn it around and stop ranting. I'll try. Paul, give me Krista's number. She's mine. Fuck you! Hey, she's not mine. She can be yours. Absolutely. Wait till you guys meet her tomorrow. You're really going to want her to be yours for a fucking fact. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. We appreciate seeing you without a mask on. That is true. Thanks, King. I'll see you on the flip side. Good Lord, Paul. All right. At least you guys are putting a smile on my face before I dump you here. Just turn on the Tesla community and take us along with you. No. Because I can't do screen picture in picture. You can't see what I'm seeing. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go enjoy this. I'm going to be selfish and enjoy this. And if you guys want to be part of the Tesla community, then we'll figure out a way to do that. By the way, I didn't get any notifications, and I have them all on. I'm sorry. You are behind in comments. That's why some comments don't make sense. It's okay, no problem. I've arrived late into the Tesla community. I'm just poor. Ah, ha, ha. I don't have a Tesla either. Make some tea and chill with us, shooting the shit. Turn your computer, take us along. I will soon. I'm still here. Amazing. Do it. I'm at the end of the comments. I'm at the end of the stream. I love you guys. I'm sorry if it's a little harsh. Thank you for having my backs. And I'm going to go watch a Tesla live stream myself.